Welcome to the public hearing for the US 63 Northwest Oskaloosa Bypass in Mahaska County from Iowa 163 to US 63. The following is an overview of the environmental assessment recently completed for the proposed corridor. The environmental assessment is necessary to comply with federal project development guidelines. Final selection of the preferred alternative, including a construction scenario, will not occur until FHWA and Iowa DOT evaluate comments received as a result of their review of this document and the public hearing on the US 63 improvement study. Following public and agency review of this EA, FHWA and Iowa DOT will determine if an EIS is required. If one is not required, the selected alternative will be identified in the Finding of No Significant Impact document, FONSI. If an EIS is required, then a preferred alternative would be selected through that process. This public hearing is intended to give you an overview of the progress to date as well as to give you an idea of what's yet to come. During the hearing, we'll outline the purpose and need for the project, highlight the proposed improvements, and give you an opportunity to provide input into this process. This project study was a result of collaboration between Iowa DOT and local stakeholders. The first public meeting for this project was held on August 15, 2013. The study area and purpose and need for the proposed project was discussed at this meeting. The second public meeting was held on April 16, 2014, to discuss the potential improvements and field studies being conducted as part of this project. The third public meeting was held on December 16, 2014. The refined alternatives were developed based on several factors, including public input from previous meetings. The purpose of the proposed project is to provide safe and efficient travel for truck and vehicle traffic currently passing through the Oskaloosa corporate limits on US 63, which is a part of Iowa's Commercial and Industrial Network, or CIN. The purpose of the Commercial and Industrial Network is to enhance opportunities for the development and diversification of the state's economy and to make travel more convenient, safe, and efficient. This two-lane bypass route around Oskaloosa is intended to improve safety and traffic operations of US 63 between its existing interchange with Iowa 163 south of Oskaloosa and existing alignment of US 63 north of Oskaloosa. Between 2010 and 2014, there were a total of 171 crashes on US 63 within the Oskaloosa corporate limits. The total number of crashes reflects a crash rate of 451 crashes per 100 million vehicle miles traveled, which is approximately 1.8 times the 5-year statewide crash rates for similar roadways. Currently, all through traffic on US 63 in the study area must travel through the city of Oskaloosa. Through its busiest intersection at US 63 and Iowa 92, located along the west side of City Square Park in downtown. This through traffic includes grain trucks and other freight traffic traveling to growing industrial facilities near Eddyville and other areas south of Oskaloosa. US 63 is also a regional north-south connection to Interstate 80. Iowa 163 is a 4-lane access restricted highway west of Oskaloosa that becomes US 63 south of Oskaloosa. Travel time through the city increases due to stop-and-go conditions and speed constraints and results in inefficient travel for through traffic. Traffic volumes are anticipated to grow by roughly 20% by 2042, which is up to 20% large trucks. The proposed two-lane bypass is approximately 4 miles long and would connect US 63 north of the Oskaloosa city limits to a new interchange at Iowa 163 west of Oskaloosa. The northern boundary of the study area is located about 1,300 feet north of 193rd Street and US 63. The eastern boundary of the study area follows US 63 from the north of 193rd Street to 210th Street. Then, The eastern boundary of the study area crosses farmland diagonally to 230th Street before heading south and ending south of Old Highway 163. From the southern boundary, the study area crosses Iowa 163, where Iowa's 163 alignment becomes north and south. The southern boundary follows west about a mile and a quarter to the western edge. The western boundary crosses diagonally from about 200th Street to 210th Street and then heads south to 228th Street, where it generally ties into Iowa 163, approximately 2.5 miles west of Oskaloosa corporate limits. The environmental assessment for the project evaluates a footprint for impacts and specifies the requirements for compliance with federal guidelines. Desktop and field studies were conducted to determine potential impacts on a variety of resources. Impacts to these resources were quantified for each alternative, which were evaluated as part of the environmental process to help determine the preferred alternative. The findings from these studies are documented in the environmental assessment. A no-build alternative and 7 different build alternatives were considered for this project corridor between US 63 and Iowa 163. Under the no-build alternative, no immediate changes to the community within or around Oskaloosa would occur. Alternative 1 was dismissed because it impacts a pipeline valve field, resulting in the development of Alternative 1A, the preferred alternative. Old Alternative 2 was dismissed due to its use of Kirby Avenue alignment, which would allow too many access points or driveways for the proposed bypass to function as intended. Alternative 2 and 5 were dismissed due to their impacts on waters of the U.S., environmental impacts, and additional added miles and bridges that would be required. Additional river crossings could impact potential sites of cultural significance near the riverbank. Alternative 3 was dismissed due to its alignment location closer to the proposed airport and the existing terrain, which would require more grading and earthwork than other alternatives. Alternative 4 was dismissed because it impacts the pipeline valve field and impacts 6 homes compared to the Alternative 1A, the preferred alternative. Based on a variety of factors, including findings from the field studies, environmental impacts, design considerations, along with input from public and local government agencies, helped to determine a preferred alternative. Here is a closer look at the preferred alternative at the project's southern terminus, which includes a new interchange at 235th Street and Iowa 163. The interchange includes a bridge over Iowa 163 and access roads for connections to Independence Avenue and North Shore Drive on the north side of the interchange, and a connection from Jewell Avenue and Old Highway 163 to 235th Street to the south of the interchange. Local road connections will be maintained north to the interchange along the proposed bypass. Here is a closer look at the preferred alternative at the project's northern terminus. The preferred 2-lane bypass alternative travels northeasterly crossing Kirby Avenue, 220th Street and 210th Street before reconnecting with existing US 63 just south of 210th Street. A value engineering study was completed in August of 2016 in an effort to evaluate the proposed alternatives to minimize cost and evaluate a better means to accomplish the purpose and need for the project. The environmental assessment for this project was approved by the Federal Highway Administration and signed on August 15, 2017, and concluded that the project is necessary for safe and efficient travel within the corridor. An evaluation of traffic operations of the proposed bypass was conducted and approved in an interchange operations report in September of 2017. Public comment on the environmental document will be accepted through December 4, 2017. The next step in the process is to document a final decision on the proposed improvements within a decision document called a Finding of No Significant Impact, or FONSI. This project is not currently included in the 2018 to 2022 Transportation Improvement Program, and therefore no construction schedule has been established. The estimated cost of the proposed improvements is approximately $35 million. Funding for this project will be contingent upon the transfer of the existing US 63 to local jurisdictions. Once funding is committed, the Iowa Department of Transportation can develop design plans so the project can be constructed. We appreciate you taking the time to review this project and look forward to hearing your thoughts and comments. If you have any questions or comments after this meeting, please send them to Hector Torres Cacho at the Iowa Department of Transportation, District 5 Office in Fairfield at 307th West Briggs Street. You can also direct your comments by telephone, email, or the webpage listed on the screen. Thank you.